So, it's been a little bit, since I've been PODFICing. I haven't really done this in, like, a year. And I feel like the quality difference would be, like, pretty obvious if I just, like, picked up Sports Festival where I left it. So, we're gonna re-record this thing, because it's a really good fic, and I really enjoy doing it. And, because it's, like, super fun. It's such a fun fic. I'm, like, kind of obsessed with that. So we're gonna re-record it. And I'll keep the other one up just, like, in case you want it. But, yeah. Let's get into it, I guess. Sports Festival, Lost and Found. By Rogue Vector. Read by The Nomad's Crow. Summary. 14-year-old Izuku gets lost at the UA Sports Festival. Luckily, Heroine Midnight knows where he can wait until his parents can come collect him. The announcer's booth with her best pals Eraserhead and Present Mic. Chaos ensues. Chapter 1. Lost and Found. Mom? Mom! Izuku was lost. Worse still, he was lost at the UA Sports Festival. He was going to miss out on the second half of the event. The boy was about ready to burst into tears from the frustration. After all the effort his mom and dad had gone through to get him a ticket. His phone had run flat about an hour in since he'd forgotten to charge it last night looking at the previous year's footage and spent most of the first half recording videos with it. Stupid. He tried to reach a Lost and Found he'd seen earlier, but the rush of the crowd trying to re-enter the stadium after the first two events had only pushed him further away from the potential help and into a section of the stadium that he didn't recognize. Not to mention, somewhere in all of that, someone had spilled their drink on his clothes. What a pathetic sight he must have been. Stupid, useless Deku. You could almost imagine Kashran pointing and laughing at him. On the verge of tearing his hair out, Izuku looked around the nearly featureless hallways as he strained his ear for voices or to come across a sign or a map or something. Thankfully, it was at this moment that someone found him. "Hey, what are you doing here, sweetie?" His head whipped around, and he almost froze in place. The voice was female and soft, but behind those honeyed words carried a weight of authority. Though not any malice, 10 years as a quirkless Deku had made him able to pick that out all too easily. When he turned around, his eyes widened, and he relaxed, if only a little as he recognized the owner of the voice by the hero costume she was in. "You're the R-rated Heroine Midnight," he managed to stammer out. The heroine grinned and struck a pose that made Izuku's cheeks feel hot. "Yes, and you are a mystery trespasser from the looks of it." "Oh." Izuku immediately started bawling. "I'm sorry, I got lost and the crowd pushed me in here and..." The Granite launched into his explanation at top speed, gesturing wildly as the heroine paused and felt a little guilty. His innocence was apparent, in more ways than that. No, bad Murray, as was his distress. The heroine walked over and crouched down in front of him, bringing both parties eye to eye. "Shh, it's okay, sweetie. I'm not mad at you. Did you get separated from your parents?" "Yeah, my mom is sitting in Section E. My phone ran out of batteries, so I couldn't call her, and..." "Oh, sounds like you've had a rough time, young man." Midnight pouted sympathetically, and her smile turned sultry for a moment, before the heroine made an effort to bite back her tongue. "Nope, not gonna go there with a 12-year-old? 13? She instead blinked, and Izuku flushed an even deeper crimson. The heroine laughed, not unkindly, as she stood up and pointed further down the corridor. "I have some of my friends, other heroes, waiting down that way. I'll leave you with them for now because I'm due to announce the next event, and then during the next break, they'll make sure you reunite with your parents, okay?" "Thank you, Miss Midnight." The boy smiled, bright and brilliant and blinding. Then he stopped for a moment before considering, and looking up at her with a determination that she could scarcely believe had been in him all this time. If you don't mind," Izuku offered up his notebook, opened to a fresh page along with a marker pen. The Murray smiled, accepting the notebook and pen. "Well, anything for a fan," she winked at him, before accepting the notebook and pen from him. "So, what's your name, kid?" "Izuku, Miss Midnight. Midori Izuku." "Well, Izuku, I hope to see you at UA soon, perhaps in one of my art history classes." Midnight smiled, and it was only long practice that kept her poker face up as she saw the boy try to hide the little crack in his smile. Much like someone who'd heard a branch break underfoot, the heroine kept her expression carefully pleasant. She finished signing and puckered her lips before briefly kissing the paper and leaving a prominent lipstick mark just underneath the signature. It got the effect she wanted. The crack in his smile and any nervousness evaporated in teenage mortification. Midnight laughed and handed the notebook back before flashing a reassuring smile. Oh, you poor thing. Come on, Midoriya-kun. I'll drop you off with some other pros that can keep an eye on you until we can get a hold of your parents, okay? The boy's smile shone so bright that she swore she was going to need sunglasses. Meanwhile, that was quite the fall you had there, young lady. Recovery Girl's smile showed a strained worry that reflected the grin on its own as she finished checking over the adult's ankle. While nothing serious, it did mean that Inko was going to be on bed rest for the rest of the afternoon, surrounded by chattering hero students who were already starting to organize a betting pool on who would win the next event. Gambling is still illegal, kids, Chio barked, waving her cane around menacingly. Thankfully, the initial rush of injuries and boo-boos from the sports festival so far had already calmed to a trickle, and with the next events being one-on-one dueling, Chio had enough resources to spare for an injured guest. It just wouldn't do for Heroic Academy like UA to just let one of their guests hobble around on a sprained ankle, was it? The woman, who had fallen down the stairs in the post-lunch rush, wrung her hands. Yes, I'm so sorry for the trouble. I was just trying to find my son, you see. Has he turned up at any of the lost and found stations? I haven't been able to reach him on my cell phone, and... Don't worry, I've already sent out a message to the rest of the heroes running security at the sports festival today. Chio reassured the mother, handing the tearful lady another glass of water and setting a box of tissues on the table beside her bed. They'll report to me as soon as they find your son. Our campus security isn't anything to sneeze at either, so we'll track him down soon enough. Thank you. I'm just afraid... Chio smiled reassuringly. Your son will be fine, Midoriya-san. You'll be seeing each other before you even know it. And like someone had been listening for a cue, the TV they had installed in the infirmary snapped to the announcer's booth. Present Mic's voice boomed over the television speakers as the camera zoomed in. Welcome back to the second half of the UA Sports Festival, ladies, gentlemen, and that lovely rainbow in between and beyond. Hope you've had something to eat and drink. Keep that hype level up, because here is the third event. There, center camera, two teachers and a familiar-looking tangle of green hair sat at the announcer's table, practically vibrating in his seat from sheer excitement. Chio blinked. Speak of the devil, an adorable devil that was practically glowing as Eraserhead leaned slightly away from the booming mic, and he shall appear. Midoriya-san, I'm going to take a wild shot and guess that's your son. There's a ding as her cell phone got a notification on the local hero net. Death Imes. I think I found your missing child. Snipe. You think? And that's the first chapter of Sports Festival, yet again. For the second time. Which is like, low-key kind of weird, but whatever. I don't even care, because, you know what? This fic is, like, really good, and I can't even get over it. It's, like, so fun. Like, I forgot how much I enjoyed doing this. Low-key. And I guess that's, like, part of why it took me so long to upload again, but also, like, editing takes forever. This one was a little bit easier, because I'd already read it before. And I always, like, read through my fics, like, once before I end up PODFICing them and stuff, you know? But, like, I already PODFICed this once. So, like, it was a little bit easier. But, like, sometimes I'll just be, like, stuttering through the entire thing, and I just have to keep going back and, like, editing bits and pieces and then, like, re-recording them. It's a whole thing. But, this one was easy. It was nice and easy and, like, pretty short, too. So, that's fun. We'll probably be getting chapter 2 sometime pretty soon. But I start my freshman year of high school in, like, August. So, like, in, like, a couple of weeks. So, I'm thinking of starting an upload schedule. Like, probably bi-weekly, since I'm probably not gonna have time to do it weekly. But I might just, like, work on a video for 2 weeks and then post it, and then do that throughout the week. Maybe 2 videos, and then post them both at the same time, like one multi-chapter fic and one shot. But also, I don't really feel like doing that, so I'm probably gonna keep it to, like, one fic at a time. Sorry if you don't like my multi-chapter fics, but I like my multi-chapter fics. So, yeah. But also, I really want to start the forest thing, because I've had that one on my list for a while, and I'm obsessed with the forest thing. So, I'm probably gonna have this one going at the same time that I work on the forest thing, and we'll vibe. And after that, we'll probably just, like, stick to one fic at a time. But, yeah. Okay. If y'all, like, wanna, like, suggest, like, a day for me to post these, That would be great. Okay, because, like, I don't know what days y'all, like, want them. Typically, I'd go for, like, a Sunday, or I'd go for, like, a Sunday, a Monday, or a Tuesday, but I don't know if any of that vibes with you. I don't really care. And, yeah. If you haven't heard this before, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would please go and leave Reg Vector some kudos, that would be much appreciated, and give them some nice comments about how good their fic is, because they totally deserve it. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye.